Okay, we're going to connect up the drum kit to the mixing desk so that we can get the signal from the mixer into the audio interface into the Mac. To do that, I'm going to use the main left and the main right outputs over 1/4 inch jack patch cables, all of which are mono. So take the main left out and into the left channel of 5 and 6. Again, this is a stereo channel on here rather than using one of the first two mono channels. Second 1/4 inch jack mono cable goes from the main right up and out onto there. It's worth just double checking when you've done these because the way the two systems are set up, the main left and the main right are back to front compared to how they are on the Yamaha mixer, so it's worth checking that you've got them the right way around. You'll then want to make sure that you've connected up all of your mini jack cables, which are mono mini jacks, going from all of the pedals and pads into the appropriate connections on the back of the interface. You'll want to get closer for this. So if I take one mini jack from here, because it's on the right, I'm going to have that as the kick drum. So notice that the last two sockets on here are marked as pedal inputs. One has kick and one has hi-hat. So the kick drum is going to connect up to the one marked kick, and I'm going to operate this as a hi-hat pedal. So again, take a mini jack socket out of there into the mini jack socket for hi-hat pedal input, and that's set up. Next up, I'm going to take this, because it's at the bottom left, I'm going to have that as a snare drum. So connect that from the back right that is, onto here. The second input is snare. Because this one's just above it, I'm going to have that as hi-hat. Now obviously you've already connected a hi-hat pedal, which allows you to effectively open and close the hi-hat, whereas this is actually allowing this to trigger the sound of the drumstick hitting the hi-hat. And I'm going to have this as a crash cymbal. So connect that up to crash. If I had any more mini jack cables with me, I'd connect that up as a rack tom, so I'd probably use that as tom 1. But obviously this allows a bit of flexibility, so if you wanted that to be a ride cymbal, you could connect it up here and have that as a ride. Last thing to do is you use the power supply marked as Alesis to connect up the power for drum kit, and experience has told us here that that works best when the volume control here is turned to full.